Hi, today's video will be about Thingamadroppers. This is something I did last year, and I hadn't quite worked it out. And the point of it was I use a hopper dropper a lot. And but one of the problems with a hopper dropper is that once it's fixed, you can't change the depth. So how about this hopper dropper? Here's my, yeah, good job, Mike. Here we go. Oh, geez. There's my nymph, and there's my new hopper dropper. But if I want to change the depth, I just loosen it. I can pull it through, and now it's shorter. I want to make it longer. I can make it longer. And I can take it on and off. How do I do that? Well, it's pretty simple. I was using a number of materials for this part of my hopper dropper, and I just found some O-rings at Lowe's. So I bought some number 6 O-rings, and this is how we do it. So here's my, I'm going to see if I can zoom in. I don't know if I can or not. Let's see. So, there, that's how to zoom. There we go. So basically, I've got a number 10 hook there. I'm going to put some thread on it. And the first thing I find is that my thread is all screwed up. So I'm going to use some brown thread instead. So I'm going to put some brown thread on there, on my base. And then I'm going to take my O-ring and I'm going to kind of squeeze it and just put about a third of it above the eye. And this is probably the trickiest part, is to line this up and just kind of bind it on your hook. And then just really crank it down there. Crank it on there really, really well. And basically that's the structure. Then the next step would be, I'm just using like a foam ant, but you can use anything at this point. So I'm going to take a little top of the foam ant. I'm going to work it backwards a little bit. I'm going to bind it down on there. I figured a foam ant will float pretty well. There we go. Then a couple little rubber legs. And what this will do is this will act as basically a strike indicator, but possibly a dry fly also. So I'll put my legs on there. And I'm done. God, I love flies that are fast. And I'm just going to tie some half hitches on here. As you can see, it's rolling around quite a bit. But then if I take this and I put a few drops of super glue on here, and I like this gel stuff. I could smear it around the way I want it. And that then becomes my hopper, my Thingamadropper, or my hopper dropper thingamabopper, or something like that. And what this O-ring does, and what I found, is that it grips the line real well. So basically, it works just like any kind of float indicator you might have. Let's see if I can pull this out. So here's the one I just made. And here's my line with my nymph already on it. I'm going to pull this back a bit. Classic moves here. So now basically you just fold your line over, put it through that O-ring, pull it on through, and when you're on camera, this kind of stuff happens. Where you can't. There we go. And now it's on my. Now it's on there. And I can adjust the depth. I can say, oh, that's way too shallow. And I can just pull this up. And now it's longer. Or I could say, oh, that's too short. I can pull that down. And then if you just give it like a little bit of a tug, it bites into the O-ring. And that baby will float and also suspend your nymph if you need it. So that's my Thingamadropper, hopper, dropper, bopper. Pretty easy to do, and it's now saves me tons of time on the river. So remember to like the video or make a comment, and and if you do that, you'll be put into the drawing. So this would be our maybe third video. So the Thingamahopper Bopper Dropper. Thingamahopper Dropper. See ya. Bye.